I'll see at Dane Arts Buy Local at the US Bank building. A ton of folks, wildly successful. Looking forward to next year. Just a quick update. It is almost 9 o'clock. We've got about 15, maybe 20 minutes to go. We started a little bit late, but thank you so much for your patience, for sticking around. So yeah, here's me. My name is Brent Gerlach, and I'm involved with community development at 100 State. Just some things that I do, or I guess responsible for. I help member needs, so if people have questions, I'm kind of like the go-to person. Onboarding, so I handle a lot of the interviews. I establish community partnerships. I try to connect the problem-solving capacity that is 100 State to various areas in the community to just help better the place we live. And one of the platforms that we do that through is the brainstorms, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. But how I got to community development actually is, it's kind of ironic. At 100 Thanks last year, it was announced that 100 State wanted to have an artist-in-residence program at the space that we are now located at 30 West Mifflin Street. And at the time, I was an organizational member through guesswork, and I had been doing a number of art events and raising money and awareness for, charitable causes, consulting, and I had been doing a lot of arts-related things, and I was like, hey, if you're serious about doing this arts thing at 100 State, why don't I just pool my resources that I've established with a number of collaborators, and we'll call it 100 Arts for brand cohesion, and we'll just make it kind of like one and the same. And actually, Mike Fenchel, you and I were having that conversation. You're like, sure, why not? Yeah, let's do it. Sounds like fun. So that's how 100 Arts was born, and for a period of time, I was the director of 100 Arts. We're going to get to that a little bit more in a bit. But first, there's a very special woman in the audience tonight. Her name is Megan O'Rear. So if we could all put our hands together for Megan. And this beautiful photo that was taken by Alana Natasha, who's also a 100 State member. But Megan O'Rear was the community manager, and she established a lot of the processes that we still use to keep this crazy thing somewhat organized. She was doing the onboarding, meeting member needs, helping with brainstorms, and about, I would say, 6 months ago when she left, I ended up kind of taking on the responsibilities in addition to a lot of different things with the arts, and that's how community development was born. It's kind of like a hybrid of the arts and community management. Quick plug for 1 Million Cups, which Megan helps to produce every Wednesday at the Central Library, 9:15. If you like coffee and you like hearing cool stories, check it out. Lots of fun people there. And she also likes kitty cats. So I thought we'd put that on there. Okay, cool. So community development, that's kind of what I'm up to these days. A little bit about 100 Arts. It's been a year of discovery, but we've kind of found that there are 3 particular areas that we're focusing on. AIR, which is short for the Artist-in-Residence, which have been largely responsible for the events that we've done at 100 State, or the art events, the gallery space that we have, which is called Level 6. And we were also nominated by Madison Magazine to receive one of their M-List awards for being one of 35 social innovators. Let's see here. The Artists in Residence of 2015 are Jason Kritz, 80 Stahl, Kaylee Bartell. Kaylee's not here because she's out doing something for her birthday. But these 3 folks have been huge proponents in really defining the aesthetics of the space. When we moved into where we are at 30 West Mifflin, it was pretty drab. We've got some pictures in just a second. But, painted the walls, got the art up, helped with the events, and really revitalize the space. And I want to give a shout out to Mike Leroy, who was involved for a period of time, helped do some murals, and all of these folks are just fantastically talented artists, and it's been an honor to be able to work with them. So about the space, so here's before. You can kind of see we had some ratty carpet, tables on top of tables on top of tables, chairs, beanbag just kind of in the middle of the space. And after, so The floor's been redone. Everything's been painted. We've got a lot of new desks thanks to various sponsors. The art that's up on the walls. People say that the space feels alive. And that's really what we were going for through 100 Arts, is to create this environment that's inspiring and innovative for members to be a part of, to just help them come up with new ideas and just a fun place to be. I want to give a shout out to Fluorescent Flooring, which is actually, shameless plug, my father's company, who really helped get this beautiful floor. We can clap for my dad and my stepmother and my beautiful girlfriend and my mother who's here. It wouldn't be possible without them. And these guys right here, they love it too. They love co-working, so all kinds of folks hanging out at 100 State. Some of the new additions that we've made to the space over the past year are the startup tables, which are group-dedicated desks. It's a privilege to be collaborating with some of these companies. You actually heard from Healthy Minds Innovations earlier, which is a nonprofit spinoff of the Center for Investigating Healthy Minds. Upstart, which is a program of WARF. They provide business education to women and minorities. So they've got a space where various people participating in the program can come and just hang out in our space. Madison College has a space that they're renting for students to use. And Extended Care Professional, and the best way that I can describe this is, if you all know what Epic is, they provide a similar technology, except it's for hospices, so it's a little more of a niche market. I want to do a shout out for the member council. So up on the top, this was the first round of member council that we had. Christina Libbs, Matt Nelson, Garrett Lee. Are you here right now? Hands up, cool. Shout outs to them. They were responsible for helping create various partnerships in the community, just getting things done and being kind of like a resource that members could go to, ask questions. The current member council that we have, JJ Pagic, Josh Harritz. JJ is a digital pirate. And Mallory Shotwell, who is here right now wearing a vintage dress. Stunning, absolutely amazing. Where are you at right now? So people can find you? Oh, she just took off. What? Ah, gotcha. Cool. So these folks have been huge sources of support for 100 State. Some of the brainstorms that we've done over the year, we've brainstormed with the Cap Times, Mad Ventures, Zendesk, Mobcraft, the Madison Science Museum, Community Shares of Wisconsin, the Moxie League, who the gentleman that gave that poem to you prior to a couple people ago, Timothy Sanders, is the mastermind behind that. We brainstormed with Taz. We helped him come up with ideas for his tour, and we connect the problem-solving capacity of our members to meet the needs of various people that have questions. And it's pretty cool to see, because the mindsets that come around the questions are all coming from different places. So a lot of the ideas are just really unique. Quick shout out to Carlos, who has been busting his butt for the past 5 hours getting the after party set up, the Penthouse premiere. If you all are looking for a good time, dancing, some drinks and fun, Carlos is setting that up. He's also going to be the gentleman that is managing 100 Arts with the artists in residence for 2016, who are here right now, few of them. And a particular focus that they'll be working on is socially conscious art events. And that's not to say what we've been doing hasn't been socially conscious. We've been very intentional about trying to create an inclusive and diverse environment at 100 State through the arts, but they want to actually reach out to the community and have particular causes or themes. So for example, Intimate Systems, which is going to be the next event, is going to be about the intersection of science and art and getting people thinking about how they're related. I know they're also going to be working on something having to do with women's empowerment in the workplace. So these initiatives are going to be done through the arts, and it's another thing that points to how 100 State is working to be a problem-solving capacity to meet the needs of its community. So few metrics, and I've got a really sweet video that I'm excited to share with you that we're premiering. 100 Arts, we've either produced or supported 14 projects over the past year. So Windows of Worlds, the Pink Phoenix Exchange, a number of different events. And through those various initiatives, we've collaborated with 200 plus creatives in the Madison community. And all of these creatives coming from different backgrounds, painters, graphic designers, photographers, and we've been really able to amplify what everyone is able to do by connecting. And we've been able to pay out to these creatives through the various projects and events more than $28,000. So it goes to show that, you know, artists can get paid, they should get paid, and 100 Arts is a program that's working to meet the needs of the artists so they have opportunities to get paid. A few metrics on community development. We've got 17 dedicated spaces at 100 States, so office spaces, dedicated desks, startup tables. We've done 60 brainstorms based on, you know, rough calculations, probably more. Every day seems to be a brainstorm at 100 State. And we currently have more than 220 members, some of which are here tonight. So can we put a round of applause together for them? And this video, which I'm going to walk over and start, this was done at the last event that we had called Depart, which was like an outer space themed event. And I'm just going to let the video speak for itself, but I've been kind of keeping this under the hat for the past 2 months. Wes, can you lower the lights? Thank you very much.
The night actually was a pretty huge success, I would have to say.
There was the Oculus Rift, there were live painting demos, tons of art exhibitions up on the walls.
Tonight I did dance and you can't unsee that, for sure. Also a costume party. We had a Power Ranger as well as Buzz Lightyear, and I did have to actually help one of our guests understand the difference between the two because he was confusing Buzz Lightyear with a Power Ranger, which, you know, needed to be educated.
Wisconsin is not really known for its, you know, big art community and all scene. Having this space is that leap forward. This is a nice beginning environment for that.